Oh, there. Okay, now they can see us.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, everyone. We try to be fancy and do a countdown, but that didn't end up working very well. So thank you, everyone, for being here. The number one purpose of doing this was to thank all of you for 20,000 subscribers. We are beyond overwhelmed with your support. It's just been such a wonderful couple months. So thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much.
And yeah, we just wanted to make a little live video, like a little stream. Go online and maybe talk to you guys. So if you want to come on into the chat, into the video there, we shared a link.
Yes, we did. And you don't have to, if you're hesitant about doing it that way, just you can leave your questions. We just wanted to make it fun. You can have the camera turned off, but if you want to have a conversation, perfect. Right. Yes, exactly. So I recognize a couple names here. Raider fan, you've been with us for so long. Thank you. Eric Moore, that is so wonderful. Hi, Bill. Thank you
Mr.
so
Mojo,
much.
Hey.
Yes,
Mr. Mojo,
thank you everyone for being here, Mr. Mojo.
Sorry for looking down. We have the camera. Usually look at the camera, but we're looking at the comments.
Yeah, Eric.
There's Eric. Oh my God.
Thank you everyone so much. I think we left the link at the top, and it should let us know when someone is here. Kent. Thank you so much. That comment is so sweet, and we've received several comments like that, from other people, you make my day. Definitely, I've seen Raider fans say that a couple times, and several of you, and that just means so much.
Yes.
We never thought that we would make such an impact on people's lives, and that other people that, we've only known through comments would make such an impact on ours. So thank you very much.
So if you want to come on, come on in.
Yes, desde la Ciudad de México.
And we have some people from Argentina, from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo están?
Canada, how awesome. So here's a question. David Molina is asking, what kind of guitars do you have?
Okay, so that's a good question. This one, the first one, oh my God, it's a mirror. So this one is a Fender, it's a Squire.
That was the first one that you bought in the States.
Right, yeah. And then this is a premium Ibanez. This is a, oh my God, the code, it's an FM. Oh my God, it's really rare because it even glows in the dark. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Then a Charvel. This is a normal Charvel San Dimas here. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get out of the frame. And then that's just like a Fender
electroacoustic.
And then we have a classical guitar here. That's a
Yamaha.
Yes.
Yeah, that guitar.
Oh, and of course Alexia's bass.
My bass.
Oh my God, it's so difficult. That's an
very
Ibanez bass.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I do have all the codes and the serial, but I don't remember them by memory.
Yeah. So thank you. This is Marley. That's his name. And he's wearing his little sweater today because he got groomed after months of not doing it. And this is the shirt that he's wearing.
And he knows it.
He's way too spoiled. But we love him. He's just the right amount of spoiled. So thank you so much, Sammy. That is so sweet. We're totally loving this. 70s, 80s that we've covered, some
so
60s.
Much in the last 3 months about music. I mean, I thought I knew a lot, but boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I felt too, because I always considered myself a music fan, and that I liked in a video
right stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you do have very good taste, and me as well. But we were not aware of everything else. And there's still so much to learn.
Yes, exactly. And yes, this is what I was going to tell you guys, that we have 2 full albums that we've recorded. Eric, in absentia, is coming up, I promise.
It's already on YouTube, but it's just blocked.
It got blocked. So Quadrophenia did 2, and then it got unblocked, and we were so excited. We posted it this morning. And I'm it was posted 3 hours ago and it has 1 view. How is this possible? And apparently they only unblocked it in certain countries. So apparently one person in a random country was able to see it. Yeah.
So I guess we have to upload it somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll have to find another platform. Several people have given suggestions. Venmo, not Venmo, video, and then the other, like Google Drive, or like doing something like that. So we'll have to find a way to be able to get these out there. So, look at, I know, he's the best. Oh, thank you. I know. We literally can't wait. Yes is like a band that we've been discovering like
when we did the The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Oh my God, when that section kicked in of Carpet Crawlers, I was like, oh my God. I don't know if you've seen it, but that really like moved me. And we haven't really listened to the entire thing.
And you're talking about Genesis while I'm talking about
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, okay. Well, yeah. They know, I guess they know what we mean.
Thanks.
Because Yes and Genesis, we like literally like discovered them at the same time, so they're fusioning in my head a little bit because they're a little bit similar.
They're definitely in that vein of like totally epic music that you should have heard and you haven't, and sometimes we kick ourselves and we're like, why did it take us so long? Because honestly, like kind of what was happening with us before we started the channel is, and we've never like established this, but we were so stuck on the same things that we already liked, and we would listen to the same stuff over and over. And then we discover an artist, pick a couple songs here and there, and then play those on repeat, and like random stuff. Like,
it's like what I always say. I always say this in every video. Like I was literally just listening to Alan Holtz, but that's all I was listening to. Like literally, like almost traumatic. Like that's just the only music that appealed to me, and I thought everybody dislikes him, and I'm like the only one who understands. And I was so wrong, because there's so many Holtzwood fans that I don't know, but it's so weird to meet someone in the street and say, "Hey, you like Alan Holtzwood?" And they're like, "Usually what?"
Especially like where we were living, like
that's even worse.
We were living in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and there was one, we've said this in a couple of videos, like one music store, super expensive. And this is obviously before digital came out. So then digital came out, and then it was like, okay, have you heard, like you had to download song by song. So that's why I never got into full albums, because when I was like a teenager, music was digital and I was downloading songs from the internet. Okay, moving on. But I would download like one or two songs, and then I didn't have the space or the like connection to be able to download a full album. Like one song would take how long to download?
Like 8 hours. Or
I know.
I mean, with that connection.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Like, so yeah. Anyway. Thanks. Okay. So this one is gonna be. We talked about this. If people ask us.
I'm too old.
Yeah. We were thinking maybe we could do a reveal at like more subs. Because
that's what like YouTubers, I guess, do.
I know.
Like,
we've seen people do that, and it's always kind of fun to like build it up, So I mean, we don't really care, but just to leave some mystery, like nowadays you can know everything, and we're willing to share, but it's just kind of fun to like make you wait, So maybe at like 100,000 or something, we'll share. If we ever get there.
Take a few years.
Yeah. So
so who's willing to come on into the chat and talk to us?
I know it might be weird, but you don't have to show your face. You can obviously do audio, and it just shows like a little avatar view.
Yeah, it's gonna show the avatar that you have, like R or O or whatever photo you have.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on camera.
Yeah, exactly. But we can also
you can also use like a voice filter.
Yeah, exactly. So this is something that I've been thinking about, because I only know one Evanescence album. Kind of funny story with that one, but when they got kind of really big, my mom bought me the CD, and then she came to visit me and she rented a car and I left it inside the rental car. And I was so sad. So I only ever got to know like the first couple songs of the album. And then I never like took the dive afterwards. But
back in the day, it was such a drama to lose your Discman on a bus or something with your favorite CD in there. Original?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Exactly. Original. Because it was an original. I was even like, oh my God, it's not even like burnt, you know, like it's the actual CD and the artwork and everything.
They did sound better than actual CD than an MP3. CD sounded so much worse
definitely
back in the day.
Definitely. Yes, he is. Thank you very much. Come together. Thank you so much also for your support. Like I definitely recognize so many names today. So Mr. Mojo, right now we have it kind of like hanging over like one of our couches in the living room. We want to do something with it. We want to hang it, but we're not sure.
Yeah, so we would try something like on the door of the store. Oh my God.
It looks so bad.
Or that wall, but you can't really see that wall. So yeah.
It was bad. But so eventually, this may be TMI, but we're like renting right now. So eventually we want to like move and buy our own home, like our very first house. You know, we're terrified. But so there we're obviously going to have like a media room or something similar to this.
Nick and Lex cave.
I like that. Yeah. So there we were thinking like, oh, when we have our room, we're gonna definitely hang the
it's gonna be in the
so right now it's just kind of hanging over the couch. It looks cool though. I like it. It does. So yeah, Eric, for King Crimson.
We did a video.
We did.
But they blocked it. Mm-hmm. Like there's a couple of bands. King Crimson, the Eagles. Oh my God. They blocked my guitar solo, Hotel California.
They gave us a strike.
They striked me for that. It was my backing track, my guitar solo, no voices from the Eagles, nothing. They blocked it, gave me a strike. So so the Eagles, King Crimson, Zeppelin, right? We got lucky with the Achilles.
But they block it and unblock it, and then block it and unblock it. They don't really know what to do with it. Sometimes I'll see comments on it, and I'm like,
the Beatles also very dangerous. The Doors, I've heard.
Yeah.
Hendrix.
Yeah.
There's like this. Some of them. What was the other one that just? Oh yeah, well the Who.
The Who, yeah, but I honestly.
It really depends on the record company.
It does.
Or sometimes on the artist. There's some artists just like, don't play my music, like King Crimson.
But yeah,
guitarist. Right?
Robert Fripp, from what you guys have said in the comments, he seems to be kind of like particular with his stuff being out there. So I've heard it's like.
Which is fine.
100% assured they're going to block it. So we won't be doing. But we did a song from the album Thrack. That was really cool. Oh my gosh, we loved it. We absolutely loved it. So okay, we have Mr. Mojo.
Yay!
Okay, let's bring him on. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay, good. I wanted to finally meet you. Thank you so much.
You too.
Yeah, definitely. And just thank you so much for all of your kind things that you sent us. Of course, I know you enjoyed the video, but just the special.
That was good.
Yeah. So did you have like any questions or anything that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, well, I wanted to let you know on the studio, it's been totally razed to the ground. There's so even the portion that you saw in those postcards no longer exists. It's all gone.
Sad.
Yeah,
I was sad to read that.
They're still looking to rebuild it.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'd love to see them, even though what was is gone.
Right.
They still want to build it back up and do it all again.
Yay! So that would be great.
So that would be fantastic. But actually, I wanted to tell you, I have 2 little strips of the floor where Neil Peart's drum used to sit.
What? How is that?
He's selling little pieces and parts from the original studio to help raise money to build it again.
I was just going to say that.
So he's got that where he's selling little parts of it, and then he has like a package deal where you buy a bunch of stuff. I mean, you just get one price and you get a bunch of stuff from Le Studio,
like paraphernalia.
Yeah, just little things that are left from the original studio.
Wow, that's great.
And I was like, and that's, I hope they do something with that, but it's going to take a while because they need like 2.5 mil.
I know, and that's funny that you mentioned that they were raising money, because I was literally just going to say, I bet you like Rush fans are so awesome and so passionate that I'm sure, if they were to ask for donations of some sort, that they could come up with like a good amount of money. But
yeah.
They're selling everything from pieces of glass, from the windows, from the
wow. From the moon. It's like from like pieces from the moon, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And they have like little plug-ins they're selling, all kind of stuff. But I thought the floor pieces were awesome because, I mean, not just Rush recorded there. You had April Wine, you had Sting that recorded there, you had David Bowie that recorded there. Just a ton of artists.
We have Bowie right there behind.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
I know. Sometimes we wonder, like, if people look at like the little stuff in the back, because you never know what like size of a screen people are watching through. But yeah, that's crazy. That studio and the piece of property looks really beautiful too. Like it's on a lake, and
right behind it is Lake Perry. And there was, that's where they did the water effects for Natural Science.
Yes, I read that in the comments.
Where they actually took an oar and just went out there in a canoe and recorded that, or the first part of it.
And that's what it sounded like to me. I told you, like
that's what like exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, someone mentioned that. I'm like, yay!
Wasn't also like an intro like that in Momentary Lapse of Reason?
The
first song that somebody's on a boat.
Oh, I think is it Endless River?
No.
Oh, is it on Momentary? Okay.
First track, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
I always love it. And Porcupine Tree also does a lot of like water and stuff.
They do.
That's one of the few studios where it was actually, you could live there, because there was a building like right down the road from it that had several bedrooms and common areas and stuff like that, where they actually lived there.
Wow.
And then just next day they'd walk over to the studio and they'd do whatever they were going to do for the day, 10, 12, 14 hours in the studio. Then they'd just go back and live there.
Wow.
That's crazy. So cool. Yeah, that definitely would be awesome to be rebuilt. So thank you so much for sharing with us. That is so cool that you have pieces of the floor.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I made a big old window box mirror with lights around it and stuff like that. It looks really cool.
Oh, that's nice.
So from all that stuff, I was like, that's something you're not going to get every day.
No, definitely not.
That's going to be hard. So I was like, Plus I've got my little studio light here.
Oh, that's nice.
Wait a minute. Let's see if I can pick this up and swing that.
What? That is awesome. I love it.
Wow. So
that logo is just so cool. It's like.
Oh, this is some trivia. We had some 6 years ago, we were making cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
And we were selling them literally from house to house.
When we were in Mexico.
We called them Le Cupcake. Because the last name was a Le. Yeah.
That's cute.
So there you go. A little trivia.
And when we got the Le Studio stuff, I was like, oh,
Le Cupcakes.
Yeah, but they also sell those signs. From the small ones like this to just the huge ones they used to have actually mounted in the studio.
Wow.
So you can go to their page and check those out, because you've got a couple of the business cards. So
yes, we do.
The website is on there, so there's all kind of cool stuff on there.
Awesome.
We should get some
stuff. We should definitely.
Yeah, just go check. It's fun to look at.
Yes, definitely.
So
So, I just wanted to say real quick, hola, ¿cómo están? Because there's some people that only speak Spanish, so muchas gracias por estar aquí.
Next time we'll do one in Spanish.
We should do like the English, and I should do like the Spanish.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. Mr. Mojo can speak in Spanish with us.
Yeah, I cannot speak Spanish. I wish I could, but...
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, and that package was amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I've got some more stuff to send you. So.
No, you don't have to.
I feel bad because it's like so much.
I know. But you said in a comment, you told us if it was a problem, we would tell you. Or we wouldn't do it.
If anybody had a problem sending you stuff, they wouldn't send you stuff.
Right.
So
when I read that, I was like, you're right.
we do it because we want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's true. Well, they have a question for you, Mr. Mojo. How great was the crowd when Rush was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Were you there? I love that the crowd cheered for Rush before they could even announce them. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that broadcast, and it was great because Geddy Lee did his speech, and Neil Peart did his speech, and then Alex comes on, and he said nothing but blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's all he said, the whole speech. It was hilarious.
Because he was so shy, you know? He was like, I don't care about this. Like, I care, but I don't
know where that came from Rush, but that blah, blah, blah is something that they originated and stuff. And if you look on their Rush backstage website, they actually have COVID mask that says blah 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 on it.
Oh, that's cute.
Wow.
So I don't know where that originated from or how they originated, but they've used it pretty good.
Yeah, because the music speaks for itself. I mean, they don't have to give a big speech. I mean, their music speaks volumes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Rush
definitely does.
I was fortunate enough to see them like 6 times. And the first show I ever saw them on was Moving Pictures.
Oh, nice.
And they were touring with Max Webster. And Max Webster had just broke up before the show that I saw.
Wow.
And Rush came on at 8 o'clock, and they didn't stop playing until after midnight. They played 4 hours straight. No break, no nothing. They played for 4 hours straight. They went from every album they had up to that point, and I was like, I was floored.
That is crazy.
I've seen a lot of concerts, but I mean, those guys put on a show.
Oh, yeah.
Because those concerts are like 50 minutes long, 1 hour, and then it's like, okay, we're done.
It's over.
Yeah.
Usually that's an opening act.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
45, 50 minutes, you're off to get off. You know, the guys are coming on. But they had no opening act, so they started at 8 o'clock and they played till well after midnight.
That's amazing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the Roger Waters one, that was pretty long.
It was pretty long.
Because they did play Dark Side of the Moon, Animals, and then a few like
of his
from the
tracks.
Wall, his tracks.
Yeah,
and
that was awesome.
That was such a great.
That's
concert.
like the biggest concert that we've ever gone to.
Roger
We haven't
Waters,
gotten a chance to like
Florida.
Yeah,
but it was just like it was the last chance to see Pink Floyd.
Yes, that we had, but like we haven't seen any big like concerts.
Well, we saw Iron Maiden.
Well, yeah, but like they're very few. Like Rush 6 times. Like people go to concerts all the time, but
there are people out there who've seen Rush, 100, 150 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't imagine that. And they've seen them in, different venues all over the country, all over the world. I would have loved to do that. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the capacity to do that kind of touring thing. Yeah. But I can imagine that would have been just awesome to see them, that many times.
Yeah. Right. Or like, it's just, when we were living in Mexico, we did like the bands that go to Mexico City, which was a 12-hour drive.
Yeah, you have to travel.
Right, and that's where I saw Metallica and Radiohead, but I wasn't really paying attention.
And she was so lucky she saw Kraftwerk, but since it was the opening act, she wasn't even aware. And she just thought it's some like weird like background music, and I'm like, oh my god, you saw Kraftwerk.
Nobody was paying attention to them. It sounded like it was just.
Oh my god, we have Max in
the background. Max is here. Let me bring him on. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Mojo. It was a pleasure. Honestly, thank you.
We can leave Mr. Mojo.
Okay.
If anybody else wants to join,
sounds good.
Right, there you go.
You saw Kraftwerk?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Radiohead, that's one of my favorite concerts of all time.
It was awesome. It was wonderful. And yeah, Kraftwerk was just playing in the background. It wasn't even dark yet. They just started playing this music and we were all the way up top. So like couldn't even tell that it was an actual band or people playing it. I thought it was just the music. But then I listened with headphones. Nick showed it to me and it made a huge difference. I was like, oh, this is amazing. It's such a weird
music, but I love it because it's like the beginning of techno. And I'm not a real huge techno freak, but that is more classical influence.
Yes, techno, exactly. Yeah. So everyone, this is our friend, our dear friend, Mad Max. He has a channel. Is now retired.
I'm retired.
He's retired.
I'm just making the rounds. I mean, you could still sub. I'll probably do something there again. I might come back. You know how retirement is.
Talks about movies, video games, pop culture, comics, more and music.
Important stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And like he was with us from the beginning. Like we when we had 100 subscribers.
They were dodging me. They were ghosting me. I was like, when are you coming back to YouTube? Or like, no.
Yeah. No, we had less. We had like 50
subs or 50 something. Subs.
Because I was just uploading like
I was here before. Oh, you watch it. At least most of you.
Yeah, no, honestly. And like he would always push us like, you guys are good. Like, come on, do more stuff. And we were busy. We weren't really thinking about YouTube. And then when the pandemic hit, he invited us on a stream. We had a lot of fun. And then we just started making videos. And Max always knew somehow like this recruiter.
Do you have any, since we're talking about music, do you have any like concert, like, not like a horror story, but like I've had one where I really messed up a concert day. One of them was Radiohead. I wanted to see Beta Band. I love Beta Band. And then they broke up right after. And we were waiting forever to get in the concert. And it was in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. So we had to go out of town. And the line was so long but I finally got there. I missed Beta Band.
Is that Blossom?
Yeah.
Blossom Music Center?
Yeah. And then I never got to see them. That was one band I really wanted to see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we missed Infected Mushroom.
We missed Infected Mushroom. Have you heard of them?
I watched your reaction.
I haven't. That's
so
the first
good.
I've heard of.
It's so good.
They're from Israel. They're like a techno band, but they use real instruments. They're classically trained, so the music is very rich. It's not just like a beat.
Right. It's like mixing.
They have guitars, bass,
the keyboards
drums.
Are insane.
They sing.
Very
cool.
Very so they were going to the city in Mexico where we were living at that time. Nobody ever goes there because it was a small city, and we found out the day of. And it was free.
It was free.
And we ended up, I don't know what we did. And we were like, it's too like short notice or whatever. Yeah. And then we didn't go. And now we're like,
it was free.
Have you ever heard of Fighting Gravity?
No.
A band called Fighting Gravity. They used to open up. They used to open up for the Dave Matthews Band. And I saw them here in Columbus, Ohio. It's been 7-8 years ago, but really good band. I'm not even sure if they're still around anymore, but they used to be a really, really good band.
I've never heard of them ever. Never mentioned or anything.
To open up for Dave Matthews, that's
you
can't be a slouch band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Jeff Johnson, congratulations.
103 times.
Wow. That's 103 times more than I've seen them, so there you go.
That's crazy.
That's the sad thing when you
I know.
Like bands like Rush, okay, one of them passed away, so now you
I know.
Yeah.
And when I heard that he passed away, all day I was like, oh man,
I know
this can't happen, man.
I know.
But I was fortunate enough to see him 6 times. I actually got to see Stevie Ray Vaughan twice.
Wow.
Before I saw him like 8 or 9 months before he passed away.
Oh, that was good.
With Jeff Beck.
Nice.
So that was a show.
Legends.
That you couldn't forget that concert if you tried. I mean, everybody's like, who's going to open up first? And I was like, who cares? You had Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jeff Beck.
Wow.
So
awesome.
Stevie opened up, and then Jeff Beck came out and played, and then they both came out and played, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
That's like a free G3. You know the G3 concerts?
Oh yeah,
like Triani and Steve Vai, Eric Johnson.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a mega show.
Yeah. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about was, what did we say? The blocked videos. I can't remember what else. I'll remember.
I don't remember.
There's a lot of people that if they have a blocked video, they'll put it on Vimeo. And then you can react to it, and people can go over there and watch it.
We should upload them there on Vimeo.
YouTube's really stiff on, and I don't know why, because there are a lot of channels that post entire albums without break, and they're still up. I don't understand why they do that.
I don't either. Even when because if you pause, you can dispute it. So we've disputed some and still gotten rejected. But most of the time when we dispute, they'll say, okay, fine. You can have it back up. But I
wanted to tell Eric, we uploaded the full album, The Porcupine Tree, yesterday, and it was like blocked, but we disputed it.
Yeah, hopefully it'll come back
tomorrow or something.
But look, this question is good because you've talked about Tangerine Dream.
Yes, I know. I mean, I'm not like a professional, but my dad used to listen to Tangerine Dream. I guess because we were living in Germany, they're German, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
really I've never heard anything by them.
We should do a reaction video.
Yeah, definitely.
I vaguely heard that name somewhere.
You have?
Yeah, but I don't. I've never. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
Tangerine Dream's done. What'd they do? They did a soundtrack, and I'm thinking it was one of the. What was that? With Charles Bronson.
The revenge movies.
Yeah, what was that called?
I want you. No, something.
Death Wish.
I want you dead.
Death Wish. I think they did some music. I'm not positive. I know Jimmy Page did one for Death Wish 2, a tune called Jam Sandwich, which was really awesome.
And Tangerine Dream sounds a little bit like, if you like the guy who composed the what's it called? Exorcist.
Oh, Mike Oldfield.
Mike Oldfield, right? It has a little bit of Mike Oldfield feel, Tangerine Dream, because it's electronic.
Okay.
Really cool guitar solos. Very, I don't know. It's very cool music.
I kind of an interesting question about music. Since we're now getting towards post-pandemic, is there any active band that you're like, I got to see them? Because you've thought about it. You've thought about it so long during the pandemic, like you're missing.
We have 2 tickets.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, we bought tickets already to go see Alan Parsons' project. We're so excited. This is like, like we said, we missed out on so many bands because of where we were living, and then we moved to Florida, and even Orlando was like 2 hours away. So now we're here, like in the heart of a city. There's no excuse. And then we moved here, and 2 months later, the pandemic.
And you know who's coming as well? Wait.
Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock.
Yeah. We're gonna go see him as well.
I have to.
Because
my dad
touring musicians really need your support if people are willing to right now after they've been sitting for a while and waiting to get back into the touring game.
Yes, definitely. And Alan Parsons, we actually found out because we released Reaction, and then someone told us like, hey, I know you're in Colorado, like tickets are going to be going live in 10 minutes. And we were like, oh my God. And like literally on our phones.
And they were like disappearing every second.
We were able to get some. So that was really,
we're
really
taking
exciting.
her dad.
We bought a ticket for my dad too.
That's cool.
So Eric is sharing a horror story, Max, that you were talking about. So, I
have another horror story too.
Oh man!
On Boulder, that is so weird that he came to Boulder.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
It's like an hour away.
And you're just so busy that you forget. That sucks because usually, like us, we're looking forward to the concert, so badly. But then again, if you ask me what day of the month it is, I would know. But as it approaches, I'd make sure to like.
Well,
but if you're so busy that you can't.
This genius on one, there was a really small rock place that used to be a church, and every concert we went to, there were so many tickets available, and I always pre-ordered them right through their website and paid the extra fee. I'm like, I'm just gonna pick them up at the box office this time. Before Muse was like big in the States, they were always big in Europe, everything, and they were coming by, and I was like, this time, me and my friends, we all called off work. It's the one time I didn't pre-order the tickets. It's the one time they're sold out, and we wasted. I called off. A few of us called off a day of work, and they were like, and I was like, "Oh, it's my fault.
I'm sorry."
You always have to put her head. Just pay the fee. That was the dumbest bonehead thing I ever did, and that was the only time I did it. But because every other time I go to that rock place, and they're like, they're selling tickets at the door. I'm like,
right.
I'll just wait this time. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. So we got Bill here. Bill,
let's say hi to Bill, and here he is.
Can you hear us okay?
Bill? I think he's muted.
Oh, yeah, we can't.
Yeah, no. Hey, guys.
There we go.
Hey,
hi.
How's it going?
How's it going?
How are you, Bill?
Then there were 5.
Doing well, yeah. No, just tending a brisket on the smoker, getting ready to feed a bunch of people.
Oh my word!
That sounds great.
Please be included.
Can I come over?
Can we all come over?
Well, that's wonderful. I'm so glad, and we don't really have any plans for this weekend except just this and relaxing. But
I know it's been tough.
A lot, and I know a lot of people have mentioned like, "Oh, I'm grilling out today," so that's great. Brisket sounds wonderful.
Oh my god!
So, Bill, what would you have any questions? Did you want to share anything?
Oh, nothing in particular. I just is there any newer music that you'd be interested in checking out? I know Porcupine Tree is probably like the most current band that I've seen you guys react to.
Yeah.
Like Carnival is one of my favorite bands, and I don't know if you're familiar with them or not, so I don't know whether to suggest, anything newer.
Let's write it down.
Yeah, we're definitely.
Didn't we do Carnival though? One?
I don't think so.
Or maybe we did a song called Carnival.
I hold a record for the lowest viewed suggestion. I was like, you got to check this band out. It's got like 25 views for like 2 weeks.
Max.
Every other one's like 3K, 4K views.
Which one was that?
Failure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Failure.
It's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, I love it.
There you go.
I loved it. I don't know why.
All right, Bill.
Bill will go watch the video.
Did you check out that reaction, Bill?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. He's gonna say that's the reason why he's on our channel.
All right.
Nope, it was regret number 9 that brought me over.
I love that one.
10 of those 40 views were me. I'm like, I feel bad. I gotta watch it again.
But yeah, regret number 9. Remember?
Oh that God. Was such a good one.
I mean, that keyboard solo is one of the best keyboard solos I've ever heard.
Yes.
And then Guthrie taking over.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Oh, Guthrie's just incredible. You know, one take in that song.
Yeah.
Unreal.
He's such a master. I mean,
he really is. Yeah. He's my favorite. Out of all the few that I know.
I learned how to play Waves like vaguely, like slow, just to please her. Yeah.
It's hard. I absolutely love Guthrie. But okay, so the more recent stuff, the Porcupine Tree.
We did some on. Oh yeah, well,
I mean, we're technically. I'm getting him into Radiohead, but even the Radiohead that I know is like
from the 90s.
Kid A, like okay, Computer. But have you heard In Rainbows was the last one I heard.
In Rainbows is the most recent. That's one of my favorites of their most recent stuff.
Okay, because
it's still a while ago though.
It is a while ago. Mm-hmm. That's like when we started dating, and that's the only thing he's ever heard by Radiohead, and now Paranoid.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, Nick, you got some work to do.
I know.
You better get some reaction. Are you kidding me? You got to react to Paranoid Android.
We did.
Yes,
we did. That's what I showed him.
Whoops. Yeah. I didn't watch that one yet. I didn't know.
Shame.
You did react to Paranoid Android?
Yeah, recently.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta watch that right
now. But Bill, we did react to some the one with the girl and her brothers.
The Warning.
Yeah,
the Warning.
What is it called? Motion
Device?
Motion
Device too.
If you want to check that out, Bill, that's pretty progressive. And
it is
really
good.
Like a nudge.
He saw it already.
Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna do some Carnival.
But what is Carnival? Like, how would you kind of?
Somewhere between Porcupine Tree and Tool.
Oh.
Yeah, they're an Australian band. They just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of the Sound Awake album. Did a live stream. It was great. They're huge in Australia, but outside of Australia, many people, most people don't know about them.
Oh, Bill, you got to send me some suggestions too.
Yeah.
The whole Sound Awake album. I would do album reaction start to finish.
Okay. We will.
Or pick and choose. It's up to you. It's kind of not exactly a concept album, but it
goes well.
Yeah, it all goes well together. There's kind of a theme where to me, it feels like it's somebody who's coming around and trying to escape from like a cult kind of feel.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. What else have we done that's new? Because
we did The Warning. And then I don't know what else.
But that's like from the 2000s. Didn't we do like something?
Do you like Muse? Because they're more popular.
We're wanting to do Muse.
That would get good views. I think that's another question I was thinking. What is there a band that you like that you think is better live than on recording? I think Muse is great on recording, but I've seen them live a few times, and they're so much fun live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't really know because we haven't seen many live performances either in person or like Blu-rays or anything like that. Though we want to, but even when we started dating, he gave me the Pulse DVD, and he gave me this Ennio Morricone concert, and I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome! I get to watch it. And then I never did. And we still have it. To this day.
It's still in the plastic wrapper. It's Live in Munich. Live in Munich, Ennio Morricone, and then Pink Floyd Pulse. Still in the wrapper. DVD.
I'm really bad. But I don't know why. I just haven't taken the time to watch any live performances. But that's interesting.
Have you ever listened to Nightwish?
Not yet.
I've listened to some Nightwish because Nightwish. I said Nightwish. Because a friend of mine in Mexico was very into the gothic and very that's why we did the Lacrimosa.
Right.
Yeah,
but a lot of people have told us listen to React to Nightwish. There's a huge fan base.
Yeah, I just heard Nightwish. They're kind of a heavy metal gothic kind of, but they're still the girl who does the lead vocals is amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. They're very
heavy metal.
She has
She
has an octave range that's wow. Yeah, she's really good.
Song for America, yes. Have you heard that?
Song for America, yes, I have.
Yes? Okay. That's
But yeah, we'll definitely be doing Nightwish for sure.
Yes.
That's on our list. And we've heard
Carnival.
Yeah, and we've heard in the comments that they might be good kind of starting with the live stuff because of the video and the
Also, we got some like feedback when we did the reaction to Ginger that you should have started with the live one,
right?
Because the vocalist is also a girl and she's like really
which band's that?
Ginger, but it's with a J. So Jinjer.
And she literally sings like a dude,
she does. So we were like
death metal. Yeah.
Is this the same person? We thought it was two vocalists. So, people were like, oh, you took away the shock factor of seeing the girl.
Because I thought, there's a girl and then a guy. There's a dude who really sings really growls really good.
But no, she goes.
So,
So we might do the same thing with Nightwish just to do a video because a lot of people have said also that their live stuff is I guess more exciting.
Have you reached the capacity to pull up a video and watch it?
Yes,
we finally done. After it took us 3 months, but we figured it out.
Okay, now
we were we installed the program and then
it was the wrong version,
a different version of the program.
Okay,
so we're just too stupid to do it to make it.
And I was like, this is supposed to be working, but every time we push play on the video, the video would just pause, and we could see it running, but it would be recorded on just pause. So we were like, well,
oh great,
that's not doing
we tried it 10 times, and then we gave up, and then Michelle helped us also.
Now you have to do the Rush Live ones.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
La Villa Strangiato and Xanadu. You haven't even done Xanadu Studio yet. You are missing. You are missing something there.
But she was studying so much.
It was. We barely just got our time back. But yes, I know. And Xanadu is one that
Xanadu is epic.
Yeah, I know. And so many people have told us maybe to make an exception with that one and do the live first. So we've talked about maybe doing that. But I don't know. We'll have to. We were thinking of doing a poll on it. It's a thing. Okay, we're considering it.
I like how you guys do the studio version first, because that's exactly how everyone else,
right?
Yeah.
Got first introduced to that was
exactly
with the studio album. You got live later.
Right.
You didn't get live until All the World's Stage, Exit Stage Left, all that stuff. Then, I mean, you didn't even get video.
Exactly.
For years later.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't have YouTube. And you guys didn't have YouTube. When I played her, when I played her Liquid Tension, I wanted her to hear the studio version first because they're so perfect. And remember, they were like, no, play the live version. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this live version to see what it's all about. I didn't like it. They went overboard.
And sometimes that happens.
Was doing too much. It was just too much. You wouldn't have liked it because it was just.
Yeah, and I think what we want to accomplish, with our reactions, is to get as close to your first time reaction as we can. Yes. So while we can't do it on an LP, though, we've heard. Actually, I don't know how many of you know Jim Newstead, but. Super awesome guy. We had seen, I think, one of his videos or something where he reacts to vinyl.
The vinyl.
So that's really cool. And he reached out and said he wanted to collaborate.
Cool.
So we're super excited about maybe doing something with him. He said he's busy and we're going to be busy these coming weeks, but maybe next month we're going to do a video with him. So he said we share a lot of the same subscribers. So if anyone knows Jim Newstead, give him a shout out. And we'll be doing something with him. Yeah. But he does the vinyl, which is why I was telling Nick, I'm like, oh my God, this guy puts the vinyl on there and then reacts. Cool. So that's just obviously.
Just to get the vinyl, that takes
And how do you... If we can barely figure out stuff here, how would you record the vinyl audio? And it would be a mess. But Anyway, yeah. So that's why we do the studio version first. But there are some like Peter Frampton. Do you feel like I do? Like, I've never even heard the studio version before because the live is so version. Dominant.
Yeah,
so
that's so good.
I don't know if there's many other songs like that, but that's just one that I can think of at least.
Yeah, right? I don't even. Did he release a studio version of that stuff? Because
I don't know.
Do you think
Frampton Comes Alive came out when I was a sophomore in high school?
We're gonna look it up. Let's see. Do you feel?
Because he came straight from Humble Pie.
Yeah.
Is there like a?
It's on an album, Acoustic Classics. So I don't know.
That was, I guess, later.
I don't know, but that is definitely like
that's one of those songs that you're like, that's the version.
Exactly.
Yeah, that live version is the version.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can't get it better than that.
Exactly, and that's why I want to know if there's other songs that are like that, which people have told us, like, please, like, I love what you do with the studio, but if you are gonna like listen to Xanadu, please listen to the live first. So I don't really know what to do. I mean, I don't know if we should just follow.
Break your rule for one song just to see how it goes.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Give it a test.
Yeah, just to see,
every once in a while, yeah.
We'll still also listen to the studio.
Break the rules.
That exit
rock music.
That exit stage left live DVD it's for a live. It's great.
That's what we've heard. That's the one they want us to do is Xanadu exit stage left. That's exactly what everybody says. So we might consider it. But no, Sid, we haven't had time to check out the timestamp. We want to do a live stream.
To answer like the chat.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Just a few. I mean, let's see. Yeah.
Oh, I know. That is very sad.
And Iron Maiden was not inducted into the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Like, how dare they? Like, that's Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Come on.
There.
Okay. Somebody said that Frampton had Frampton's Camel between Humble Pie and his solo career. So maybe it's on that.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That would be good. There's someone...
I've never heard of that.
I haven't either. Oh, this is Eric talking about Rush. That is so cool. And now we have like someone sent us the programs from like the concerts that they went to. Like the Hemispheres is right there somewhere.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on in your background now.
I know.
Yeah, like Jimi Hendrix is like.
Hey
guys, I gotta jump off. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Bill, for being here. Thanks, care.
Bill.
Bye.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah. So the like these are things that people have sent to us that we just don't have the heart to like. So we want to display them for a little while and maybe kind of rotate sometime.
Yeah. Oh wow, some of the stuff. Wow, you guys are great, you viewers.
Yeah, so Mr. Mojo sent us a bunch of stuff and just several people just so generous. But what we were talking about was like the Peter Frampton studio version. I didn't know that.
I don't think but was it just like improvised like on I mean, they must have written it for, I guess, that concert.
I don't know.
But also when he's using the talk box, in that
Joe
solo,
Walsh.
You can't really recreate that in the studio once more when you did it live.
Yeah.
That vibe. I don't know.
He did a blues album several years back, and it has a blues version and talk box on Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is wicked.
That's one
so good.
Sorry, man. You just brought up. That's one I really admit. I should have gone to Soundgarden before his unfortunate passing.
Oh man, yeah.
I was gonna get it to take it. What happened?
Your glasses.
Your glasses.
I'm an old dude.
You look so good. I love it.
I love when you put your your glasses on. I just can't handle it.
Yeah. Man, seeing Chris Cornell live is one of the ones that I was about to. They were playing close to my work, and I was like, I was gonna get it. I don't know, life happens, and you just didn't buy the ticket, and that's the one.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
would have loved to see.
I would have loved to see like for example, Pearl Jam.
Oh my gosh,
because they're not together anymore, right?
Pearl Jam,
I don't.
Yeah,
but because they released.
They're just they just do it more like. I don't know. Neil Young had a big impact on Eddie, and they just don't they're not worried about. They just do their thing, and that's it. Yeah, you just have to search them out. They're still doing stuff.
Yeah, they released an album kind of when we started dating, the Backspacer or something like that.
Oh, they have like this really Hendrixy.
Yeah, and then I think one album after that. But yeah, Chris Cornell would be awesome. And I don't know much like Audioslave or even much. I just know
Temple of the Dog.
I know Temple of the Dog.
It's so good.
And I know only literally a few of their songs, but I love him.
Well, what about you, Nick? Have you done a lot of Soundgarden?
Well, we used to when we met. I was in this band and we played we played Coach Cheese. Then Tell Me How to Live. And that the one that's in the movie.
Famous. Yeah.
That's in the movie with Tom Cruise. What's it? Da 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 da. What?
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Tell me. Wait. Shadow of the Sun.
Oh,
okay. Those are all Those are mostly Audioslave there.
Yeah, that's like old 2004, 2005.
Yeah, those are Audioslave. I don't think those are Soundgarden.
I know Soundgarden. I totally missed Soundgarden. I don't know.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's a
reaction. We don't either.
Because those are big views. Those are big views too. Not that you're just about the views or anything.
But it's super weird.
Those will get you views.
I was into Pearl Jam and Nirvana, and then suddenly I was like, oh my god, heavy metal. And then I totally left all the grunge behind because I didn't know Metallica. I got into Megadeth, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and grunge for me was like less important. Right. I got into metal too late, I guess.
I know very, very few grunge too, but the little that I know, I just love.
Like Chili Peppers, I only know that one album.
Yeah, me too.
Have you seen Megadeth or Judas Priest live?
No, we haven't.
Really? No. I got to see them both together.
What?
And Megadeth for me is like
Testament, Megadeth, Judas Priest, all the same show.
That is crazy.
I was deaf for days.
I'm sure.
And what was the lineup? What was the lineup when you saw Megadeth? Marty Friedman or?
Yeah, it was on the
Countdown to Extinction. Are you leaving, Megs?
No,
they're saying hi. I'm waving.
Hey.
No, it was the one with Lucretia. Take No Prisoners. What was the name of that album?
That was before. I think then you saw Chris Poland on the guitar. He's amazing.
It had anyway.
Yeah. It's either Chris Poland or Marty Friedman, and then afterwards there was
I think it was Marty Friedman. I think Marty Friedman was still
He's
with
my
him.
favorite. Yeah. If they played Tornado of Souls, it was Marty Friedman.
Yeah.
The one we
What was that album? Oh, come on, man. Jeez.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
I think it was. I think it was Rest in Peace because it was on the Judas. It was on the Judas Priest Painkiller tour.
So that's 90s. Yeah, 90s.
Yeah, it was like 91, 91.
Wow.
Late 90, early 91.
That's like the only song she has heard that's heavy from Judas Priest because all the reaction videos I've played are like 70s Judas Priest.
And those dual guitar leads in that they are
arpeggios and
Yeah,
vicious.
definitely.
Those two were the best guitar tandem in heavy metal.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
KK Downing and
Glenn Tipton.
My God, I love them.
That's awesome.
So
I wanted to just highlight this comment because he's talking about doing more Renaissance reactions and saying Annie Haslam is so incredible. So she is, Max, do you know Renaissance at all? Have you heard of them? No. So they're a band that Nick knew about very vaguely because his mom used to listen to them a lot, but he never really got around to it.
12.
Yeah, and then someone requested that we do like a Renaissance song. We did, and then mentioned his mom, whatever. And then obviously we cried, okay, like we always do. And then Annie is the vocalist of the band Renaissance, and she posted our reaction on her Facebook page.
Awesome.
It was so awesome. Nice, and
that's
she's like,
great.
She's like, when he started crying,
doesn't it make you feel good?
It did.
And then
she cried with us.
Good.
Like she literally cried with us. Like
that's great.
The singer of this music, the creator. So
I told my mom, she was like, I can't believe it.
Yeah, and I just wanted to give like Renaissance a shout out because we talk about the bands that block our stuff, but this is like the first time that a band has actually promoted
there's
our
bands
stuff.
that really love reaction videos. I think that's a great way to get the music out there again.
Yes.
Especially old music like Joni Mitchell. And
that's probably the better than the radio now is influencers and YouTubers like the bigger ones. Getting your stuff out there, like especially if it really pops.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So sadly, Michelle didn't make it. I know
Michelle. I thought
we were hoping that she would. She's
Michelle.
Yeah, have you heard us mention her? Okay. So she just requests like so much stuff, so much good stuff, and everybody just loves like all of her requests. So
she's a top requester.
She is. She's so like insane. And her and Rick, I saw them kind of having a conversation in the comments about how they have similar tastes in music. So it's really cool because
people meet in our comment section. That's so awesome.
I love that.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so she said she wanted to be here, but she might have to rewatch it. But Rick wants to know if we've done any Zappa or Jeff Beck reactions.
Water, by the way.
What? Rick wants to know if we've done any Zappa or Jeff Beck reactions.
No.
We have not. The closest thing that we've gotten to Zappa would be the Terry Bozzio
with Steve Stevens. Yeah, because Terry Bozzio was the drummer.
Okay, and then Tony Levin.
No, Tony Levin was the bass player, but then Peter Gabriel and Genesis.
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm right.
I actually got to see Zappa in it was 1981 on the Joe's Garage tour with Bozzio.
Oh,
wow. That's insane.
I said, I didn't really know a whole lot about Zappa, and a friend of mine said, "Let's go, man. Let's go see it." Okay, twist my arm. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, "What the? This guy's a fiend."
I know.
And then it's just a few years back, I got to see Dweezil does Zappa. Zappa does Zappa. Yeah, Dweezil was playing, and he got a guy to do vocals that this guy sounded exactly like Frank, and he was like 7'4" and red curly hair, and I'm like, what the? But he sounded exactly like Frank Zappa.
Yeah, wow. I know Frank Zappa because I'm still a huge Steve Vai fan. The guitar player Steve Vai, because Steve Vai basically got hired by Zappa and could do all these transcriptions of all this crazy music. He would write it on paper.
Yeah.
And then also be able to play it because he was very technical, is still very technical. But that's how I got to know Frank Zappa. And then there's this really cool movie called Y Tu Mamá También from Alfonso Cuarón. He directed Gravity and all this stuff. And he did a Mexican movie, and at the end of the movie, they play this watermelon. What?
Oh,
something?
Yeah. I don't remember the name.
Something
of the song,
on watermelon. It's super cool, nice. You should check it out. Can you look it up?
And is that Zappa?
That's Frank Zappa. Yeah.
Oh.
Watermelon.
But so many people want us to do Zappa. Look, Andrew.
Watermelon on Easter hay.
Oh yeah, watermelon and Easter hay.
You should check it out, Mr.
Yeah,
Morgan.
that is a great song.
Really good.
a lot of people want us to check out Zappa. Come Together says Montana is a good Zappa entry point.
Okay.
So we will keep that in mind. Oh my word. Yeah. So I see someone says here we need to do exit stage left version, must do first live video.
You know, it doesn't matter.
Your viewers are twisting your arm.
I know.
It really doesn't matter on Xanadu because I mean, you do the studio, you do the live, you're not going to get robbed.
Oh yeah,
right.
Never
of the audio experience.
Yeah, and even the latest Rush reaction we did from 2012.
2112.
No. The album from 2000.
Oh, the
Clockwork Angels.
Yeah, we loved it. We were like kind of like wow because it sounded so much heavier. I mean, they've moved on to a different sound.
Yeah, they really got back to Power Trio.
Yeah, but I loved it. I was not disappointed. I was a little bit scared because like Iron Maiden doesn't sound like in the 80s, you know, right now.
Right.
It just like they lost their charm, but Rush was still like
they were heavier, but they were definitely
still there.
I love that in that video you said, I'm so glad it doesn't suck. Because you know, like you're always scared with bands.
Yeah, I mean that happened with Metallica. When Load came out and Reload, I was like devastated. I was like, what's going on with this band? They were my favorite band at the time.
Tell me the first Rush song that you've heard that sucked.
I was going to answer in Spanish. None of them. Ninguna.
Exactly. Yeah. No matter what, you can't go into listening to a Rush album thinking, oh, it's going to sound like Moving Pictures or it's going to sound like
no, you have no idea what you're getting into.
You open a Rush album and just throw everything you know away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've enjoyed what you've enjoyed to this point. Open the music, put it in, and just get ready for something different.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's
what's so special about them is every.
And I even like the synth Rush.
Me too. A lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, I love documentary when they cut their hair and stuff. Yeah. I like it. I dig it. I love the 80s.
Yeah. I like the 70s. I like the 80s. I like the 90s. Mm-hmm. You keep going. You see Rush as a musical talent evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not that in the Rush yet, but I you know what, I appreciate them, and the thing that's amazing is the fandom. I'm like, whoa, the Rush fans are very supportive of each other. They're like a great group of. It's like a really good fandom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm impressed most by.
Mm-hmm.
I've got I've got friends that have, they're are you going to Rush show?
Like as an outsider looking in, that's what I'm like. Even though they're I agree they're really talented. It just, I don't know. I watched a documentary with you guys and I was intrigued. But that's the thing that's like really enticing to me is just how great the fans are.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, here's someone who disagrees
at all. They're very friendly, you know, because there's some fans
welcoming and they want
like
they're not like some fandoms could be like gatekeepers, like, oh, you don't know, you're new. But Rush fans are like, you got to check this out.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't know. Come on.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So Ford's No There says that Rush has some less than stellar tunes, but still respects it all, even though he doesn't love every song. And that's good because, you do respect what the band was trying to do. And that's what I kind of like to when I watch movies or listen to music. If it's not what I like, I mean, who am I to say,
that's their vision.
I'm just the consumer. They wanted to do this. They liked it enough to publish it. So that's what they wanted. And I'm sure some people will like it and others won't, but that's good to still respect it.
When I grow up, I want to be Steven Wilson. Yes, me too. I wish
that would be something.
I wish I had that talent. He's so good.
Yeah. But it is important to kind of, even if you don't like it, to at least say like it's good. Distant Early Warning, that we haven't done yet.
There's so many we haven't done. It's so crazy. But like, for example, I was so happy yesterday we did the whole album of Porcupine Tree, and now we can actually listen to the whole thing while being in the car, because we would literally skip songs. We would put like the ones we've reacted to in the car by Rush, and then, oh my God, no, let's not spoil it. But and then a good friend of ours, told us, hey, you can't keep doing that because you're depriving yourself of the experience. You can't react to every Rush song.
I have a question for you, Nick and Lex.
Yeah.
You know, I think all of us music fans have gone through certain times in our life where we really are in the music. Is this the most fruitful music that you've had in your life? Like, you listen to the most music right now since you started this channel with music reactions, like, or like where you growing up? Is that when you listen to the most music, Nick?
Yes.
Or is it right? Is it right now?
I think when I was growing up, like when I was in high school, that's when I was just
devouring,
because I would practice 8 hours, like guitar, and I would that was my life. I was like, no movies, no video games, no friends. You want to come over? Bring your guitar or don't come over. Like that. So I was like very like music was my life, and I wanted to be like a professional, like everyone else. But then reality comes in.
For me, this is definitely when I'm listening to the most amount of music.
Okay. That's cool.
I mean, I was listening to music a lot. It's always been like a part of my life, but I always just stuck to what I knew.
Yeah.
And I never went out of my way to try to find more.
Yeah. To answer your question, again, I think now is the time I've gotten to know new music the most. That is, yes, definitely.
Well, that's great.
Because when I was younger, I would just listen. Yes, I would listen to like literally Metallica or Yngwie Malmsteen or Megadeth, Judas
and just
Priest.
the same albums,
just the same, and because they had so much already, like so many albums. So I guess I would drive like 6 hours, buy like 10 albums, and then just listen to those for years.
You know what's kind of interesting too with the way your channel's set up, like. When I get into a band, I like go to their whole catalog and I just keep listening to that. But then you have someone else like, no, you got to listen to this band too. So it gets you all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, right now we're all over.
We are all over the place.
Because I sometimes listen to one thing constantly. But that's.
But I'm like so happy because
horizons are expanded. Yeah.
Like we found out like about Rush. We're listening to Genesis. Yes, like these bands are so epic. It's just like wow, like
and see
that's a great time.
That's kind of like what you've missed by just listening to Alan Holdsworth or whatever. If you just listen to that, expand. You might want to stay in the same genre, but you can still expand and go out. You can listen to bands like Genesis and Yes and
But I was like, oh, I have to listen to it because I want to learn.
But you did stem off of other guitar players like
I listened to a lot of like other like in a style like Brett Garsett or Greg Howe or Richie Kotzen or like fusion players. I listened. Most of the music that I would listen to was jazz fusion, and it's totally instrumental.
Yeah,
like Richard Hallebeek, Guthrie Govan. So I did listen to a lot of other music, but it was just jazz fusion.
Yeah.
There's no rock or anything.
Yeah.
It's weird. Just weird. I was just, I guess. I don't know.
And now
But I did learn a lot, and I play very, I guess, better than I used to.
Because of it. Yeah, definitely. So to answer Sam's question, we have not seen Future Bites session on YouTube.
What's that?
I don't know. I've never heard of that. Does anybody know what that is?
I don't know. Sounds interesting.
It does.
That's not like the TikTok thing where you do like little videos?
I don't think so. It must be some like band or maybe like an album or something. Thank you so much, Dave. And anybody who has suggestions, I know people are like we're bothering you. We are obviously overwhelmed with the amount, but we do frequently go into the comments and try to find stuff, and we do read the comments, and we're going to try to continue to do so. We've kind of found a method so that we're able to do that, because you guys are such an important part of what we do, that if we just don't read them or don't look at them or respond.
And I love that there's even like this inside joke going on right now in the comment section to take a pebble.
Oh, yeah.
And now I don't want to react to it just so the thing continues.
Max, there's a guy, Kevin Marsh, who always writes that he wants us to react to ELP, like Emerson, Lake and Palmer's song called Take a Pebble. And he'll put it in every single video that we release. Every single one.
That's great engagement.
And the last one was
never react to it. You'll get.
Yeah, and then the last one.
He said he'll start with another one.
So he was like, we listened. The last song we reacted to was "My House on Mars" by Arion.
And he's squeezed.
And he's like, so you don't have to go to Mars to
take a pebble.
I'm holding back with my suggestions too, but I have kind of like an interesting idea for a reaction.
Okay.
It's sometimes some YouTubers, they do this for giveaways, but they put a bunch of names like their subscribers on this wheel and spin it. But if you put a bunch of suggestions and then spun it and then record that, and
then just do it right away.
Yeah, and then that would be fun. But then you couldn't even like put the name of the band in the title. It has to be like a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Saggy uses that wheel for her giveaways. That would be really interesting.
Cool.
I don't know if anyone's done that. I don't know if
like surprise reaction you could put in the title.
Yeah.
That's you don't know what you're gonna get.
Mystical reaction.
I like that, and I like not putting the name also in the title so that you guys are surprised.
You have to click. You have to click and watch. Yes. Just do the reaction, and you don't know what song it is.
We're gonna be like,
oh my god, those reactions.
And then we just do like this, and you're like, what are they listening to?
No, we actually like the way we like do the thumbnails. It's literally from the video. We never do like because it's so
just
exaggerated.
Take like a screenshot of like something that actually happened in that video. So
I know that. Yeah, I do that.
It's not because sometimes I like to do
other YouTubers just do this and they're like so calm in the video.
Yeah, they're just
like where was that in the video? I think that would be fun. I don't know.
That's a great idea. I think.
And all I'd have to do is say, Saggy, what do you use for your giveaways? That wheel?
Yeah, I can definitely ask her too, and maybe do one of those every now and then. You know, like surprise. I like that idea. That's really fun. So someone here said something about Take a Pebble. Here we go. See, that's not the guy. That's someone else.
And there's another Take a Pebble.
Good night. Come together. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all of your support. It's been so great having you. See, look, Take a Pebble. Never react to it, and you'll be cheating. No, honestly, we are going to react to it. It's definitely on our list because. I think actually Come Together replied to Kevin and said like kudos on your consistency, and then Kevin replied, whenever it's become a joke at this point, whenever they do it, I'll start
and
with
remember
else.
Like 2 weeks ago I was like, let's just do it, Take a Pebble. And then we're like, what to type, because it's long, it's like 17 minutes. And so but we were already gonna do it, but
we're definitely planning on doing it. But here's another one.
Oh, Rainbow with Dio. Is it Dio or Dio?
Oh yeah, is it?
Always
Dio.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. Now we know.
Yeah.
Dio.
Oh look, Rick just saw Mark Bonilla 2 nights ago with Danny Seraphine's.
Did he request a Mark Bonilla reaction?
I think so. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have a little list, but that's awesome that you were able to see him. It is so nice.
He's great. Very different from the usual shredders. More. There's a lot of creativity.
Yes, and just like Max said, we do have to support the musicians, and
they have
enough. To go.
It's hard enough being a musician with all the, I'm not against record labels or anything, but with all the contracts, touring is how you guys know more deep cut artists than I do, but I do know that touring is how they stay afloat,
right?
Because the contracts and merch and stuff, and I can't imagine going through the pandemic with, being a touring, artist.
It must have been hard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can you imagine all the
somebody else backstage? Tony, welcome.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi there. Can you hear us okay?
Oh,
Maybe
your microphone is not on.
Oh yeah, you have to make sure to have a mic and a way to hear us. So ideally headphones, but I think it can work without headphones.
Right. He left.
Okay, he's gone.
He'll be back.
Mr. Mojo was saying something though.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Out of it's like Rush when they did the tour for Exit Stage Left. They did all these shows, like 50 or 60 shows. When it came down to it, they made $1,000 for each show.
Wow.
That was it. $1,000.
Wow.
Because you're paying roadies, you're paying transportation, you're paying lighting, sound, all that stuff. That's all you make.
Yeah.
And that's Rush.
That's crazy.
You know, figure out if you're in a band with 6 or 7 people, how that money works out.
Yeah.
How much is the label getting? How much are you getting? How much is all the support getting?
Yeah, that is very true. That is very, very true. And at the end of the day, you are the reason that people are there, but you can't just do it all on your own. You need the help of the venue and the employees.
I've heard most bands where they make their money is merch.
Yeah, I believe it. I definitely believe it.
Un gran abrazo para Magnético.
Yes, muchas gracias. That says, I discovered you today and I already love you. That is so sweet.
Love you too.
Yes, we love you, Max.
So, yeah. And, this is what we always say, like, people sometimes will watch us and like tell us their age, like Argnolia here. And those are the people that we say like so fortunate, to grown up with all of this music. Like this was on the radio. This was playing at your friend's house when you would come over. Yeah. You would listen to this together. And oh my gosh, one guy said that.
I'm sorry. Oh, God.
Are you good?
Yes. No, the good thing it's just water.
One guy said that he.
Sure, it is.
It is.
Sure, it is. Fake can labels.
Fake. Like I have my tequila in here.
But one guy said how he was able to get like Pink Floyd through like the radio waves because his dad had like I don't remember where he lived. Now I feel ridiculous, but I think it was like in Canada or something. And he was able to get Pink Floyd playing through his dad's like satellite radio that he had or something. And he heard it. And then later he heard the band being mentioned months later, not that long.
I was like, that's Pink Floyd.
And he was like, oh my God, that's what I heard that one day. Yeah. And you'd have to wait all that time to like hear it again. And what was it? Like
I once heard a song by, oh my God, what's his name? Well, give me one moment. I have to think. Dave Funky, the guitar player. Oh my God, Gary Willis on the bass, and then
I have no idea.
I'm sorry, I'm having like a brain. What is it?
It's that water.
It's that water. It's that water. We did a reaction video. Jakarta.
Oh, Tribal Tech?
Yes.
Okay.
So Tribal Tech, I heard Tribal Tech once and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. What is this? I had no idea what it was. And then luckily enough, I heard the same song somewhere else. And I was like, what is this band?
Oh,
please. Tribal Tech. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like instant.
And now you could have just grabbed your phone and been like,
but
what
back
is
in
playing?
The day, I was like, what is this song? It was so special. So
yeah. And that's what's so cool, I think, is also like, of growing up
by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, exactly. And then someone else said this is too, you make money on live shows, but merch is where it's at. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But I think also kind of like going back to growing up kind of in that era, you not only had the best music, but I think it was also like a much richer time, obviously, where there were limited things that you could do. So I think
less
more musicians came out of it, more like epicness because there was less distraction and less.
I think the musicians were that good because they didn't have anything else to do except play their instruments. There was no phones or video games or TV shows you could binge on Netflix. So today's the times are different.
I agree.
You didn't have smartphones and smart TVs and all that, and
which is cool.
Have you guys felt? Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, you guys feel the urge to still collect CD or vinyl, or do you just listen to like on YouTube or Pandora, or what do you guys do now?
Well,
I see some vinyl back there. Right?
Yeah. So now we've started a CD collection.
Can you do some vinyl hunting videos? That would be amazing.
We got this.
Look at what we got.
Oh, there you go.
Isn't that wonderful? For like $2
at a pawn shop.
Yeah, and also this.
And we were literally, Max, you read our mind because we were gonna do
so we do still we go for the
that would be amazing to watch you guys go hunting.
That would be really
that would be
fun.
A cool video.
At the pawn shop.
Because you guys would get excited.
Oh my word. What is this? Wow, that is amazing.
That is the Super Deluxe Rush Permanent Waves.
Oh, you're not a real fan. Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not real. That's not legit.
It's got like multiple LPs, multiple CDs, multiple DVDs in it.
Wow.
And they've got one for this, Farewell to Kings, Hemispheres.
That is a great set.
And 2112. Well, it says there's 5 of them. And
Wow.
I've got them all.
We now have vinyl here in the back here.
I've got them all.
That's a Permanent Waves vinyl that someone sent us. So that's our very first Rush.
That's our very first. And I when I unboxed it, I was like,
very carefully taking it out. Yeah. But yeah, so to answer your question, Max, we're usually, I think we've talked about this in other streams with you, that we like physical media. We like collecting. So we have, like a bunch of movies and Blu-rays.
We should give them like a tour of the Blu-rays one day.
That would be fun.
We have a huge movie collection. We love movies. We're obsessed. But with old stuff like Robert De Niro, what's the director?
Tarantino.
No. Goodfellas.
Martin Scorsese. Stanley
Kubrick, that kind of cinema.
So we do like to collect physical media, but with CDs and even a lot of our movies, we had to leave in Mexico when we moved here. We could only bring 2 suitcases each. So we had to reduce all of our lives to 2 suitcases.
It's like 500 DVDs.
Yeah.
They're still in a friend's house. I hope he's still.
I hope so too. I often think of them. But I think of how they're doing. But yeah, so CDs and stuff that we had were kind of just a lot of burn stuff that we were able to download and then burn. So I never really collected CDs per se, but now we have a whole collection.
Yeah, we have a new collection from Kent. Right.
Oh, Max just sent us a $5
our first super
chat. 5 because I'm broke. I went 20 for 20K. Sweet. I wanted to do that, but I've been sent.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, am I the first?
You're the first
ever.
Super chat.
Remember that when you're at 100K.
Yes.
Next year you'll be at 100K.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Max.
If you guys live in the Denver area, there's got to be secondhand shops there and stuff where you can find LPs and all that stuff.
That's where we got that.
Like in Goodwill.
Yeah,
there's stuff.
Goodwill or pawn shops, or there's a lot. But yeah, I'm sure there's
got to be a half price
collector. Books. Yeah, definitely. So
there was a shop called Second Spin, but they closed it.
It was one of the 2 in the country. It was really cool. Second Spin. It had movies, CDs, all media, and there was one in California and one here, all used, and then they closed sadly. And I think now they're an online only, so secondspin.com. But they're really, really huge. you know.
Yeah, I want something for my money. I'm gonna request. Now that I know you guys don't listen to much Soundgarden, I gotta think of the real right song, and I'll DM you sometime.
Please do. We definitely want to do more.
And we don't even know how this works. This is our first super chat.
No, you actually.
Thank
this
you
is
so much.
just so your viewers know too. No pressure or anything, because these two are legit. But I'm saying they don't really get paid for the music reaction. So if you want to tip them or support them, it's a good way to do it, because you'll actually get paid. Yeah, you'll actually get paid, not like the copyrighted stuff.
Exactly, because we do want to do more like original content, also to kind of share more of us than just the reaction part, you know. Right. But anything that has any piece of music in it will all go to the artist, which is also okay with us, you know, because we are supporting them, they're supporting us and allowing us to show their stuff. So, you know, it's like,
Rob Gray just came up with I might be going. I'll that's a good one, Rob Gray. I'm thinking about it. It's my $5. Good one though. I'm with you, Rob. I might have. I'll let you know. You'll find out. Yes. That's a good one.
Oh my word! I have 1,300 albums. What? Wow, that is insane.
I'll take all of them. No, just kidding.
We have like 600 movies.
Yeah,
but that's
probably.
like another level.
But that's insane. I knew someone who had a large amount. I don't know if.
Oh, is that the Bill that was on here?
Georgia.
Was that the Bill that was on
here?
Yes,
that is Bill who was on here. Oh no.
Yeah, actually, he has good taste, and so do you. What do you go by, Mr. Mojo?
Yeah, Mr. Mojo.
Yeah, you both have good. Is that offered to me too, Bill? No.
No, and this Bill is not the same. The other one was Bill Collins. This
I'm sorry.
Hawkins. Okay. So
I don't know about you, Bill Hawkins. I'm not. It sounds good though. 13 albums, 1,300 albums. Wow.
Yeah. So BMac says I still have my own old vinyl and go to record shows and buy used vinyl. That's awesome. And I'm sure there's a place near us, like Mr. Mojo said. I think now I'm remembering that there's
we all
vinyl storage.
Hey, chat, you got to let Nick and Lex know if you want to see that video where they go shopping.
Yes. That would
for
be
music.
Really fun.
Or even like concert DVDs or something.
Can we just walk in and
I think we can film. I'm pretty sure.
Because
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Aaron sent us 500 pesos. Thank you so much. Okay. That's wonderful.
That's great.
Muchísimas gracias.
Muy amable. Muchas
Qué lindo. He's like, sorry that you got me at the end of my like paycheck, but when you're in Mexico City, I'll be happy to invite you some beers.
Yeah, gracias.
Thank you, Aaron. Muchísimas gracias.
Music fans are the best. I'm rethinking my whole YouTube career here.
Oh my gosh.
Beers?
Robert De Niro's old. Sí, muchísimas gracias, de verdad. Unos tacos a nuestra salud, por favor. Some tacos, please.
Robert De Niro is old? No.
What do you call James Cagney, Randolph Scott? No, okay, we didn't mean old.
No. Classics.
Classics.
Yeah.
Classics.
But those are even more classic, and I know
Jack Lemmon. Oh my God,
so I've always been kind of like an old soul because
she watches like Betty. No. What is it? Lucy.
I watch like all of that stuff, like Dick Van Dyke, Mary Tyler Moore. I
had no idea. And
he's never seen Seinfeld. Like the Honeymooners.
The old 60s and 50s TV shows.
I didn't know Seinfeld. She introduced me. I love it now.
Oh, I know. Yes. I have Seinfeld seen it that I'm like waiting to be able to use with someone.
So how much Seinfeld has he watched now?
We just like watched 1 or 2 like episodes here and there, but I've seen like maybe like 30 episodes.
Maybe, yeah.
And Jason Alexander's a genius.
That's his favorite character.
He's
George.
George.
Yeah,
George
Costanza.
He's always like freaking out, and I just love his acting. He's so good. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
But so I kind of grew up on all of that stuff. Oh my Kevin. God, thank you so much. It's Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, come on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for supporting Nick and Lex.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so I kind of always grew up on like that older stuff. And so for me, like even movies, like a lot of movies that I used to watch with my grandfather, like the last movie that I ever got to watch with him, actually days or probably a week before he passed, was Some Like It Hot. So it's like, so I know like a lot of that stuff.
Monroe
exactly. So I don't consider Robert De Niro old, but like Mr. Mojo said, classic.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Gracias, amigo.
Yes, thank you so much.
I didn't know it was Kevin. He's a good friend.
Yeah.
You need to watch it if you like the Marilyn Monroe movies. You need to watch The Girl Can't Help It.
Oh, I haven't seen that
with Jane Mansfield.
Okay, I will watch that.
That was like
we got a really good deal on Alfred Hitchcock classics.
Yes.
Was that like what, $5 for like 8 movies?
Wow, that's a deal.
It was good. It was great.
Yeah, that was
I interrupted you.
That was the biggest movie of 1955 with Jane Mansfield, and it's hilarious.
Write it down.
I want to watch it. Yeah, I'm definitely. Let me write it down.
Yeah.
The music in it is fantastic because it's all like 50s stuff. Little Richard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who else is? Oh man, there's so many things now I can't remember everyone that's in that thing. But yeah, the music in it is great.
I'm definitely gonna watch that because I love watching like old stuff. Even now, I mean, I grew up on it and I still watch it now, and a little bit newer now. But I'm kind of rewatching The Nanny.
It's so cool.
So
like,
good.
The way when we met, we literally we met, and then we were like we love the same movies, we love the same music.
Yeah.
So it just clicked like.
Yeah.
Like you watch like remember when you asked me that movie that goes backwards?
Oh, Memento.
Yeah. And she's like, "Have you seen Memento?" And I love Memento. And she's like, "Everybody hates that movie." You see, like, I know. Kind of like
I had never met anybody else that actually liked it. You know,
and I was like,
really
I think
weird.
it's so
Pulp
good.
Fiction's kind of that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it also goes like in
it just
bounces
everywhere.
Did you watch Tenet? That's Christopher Nolan's newest.
That was very interesting.
It needs
it's not my favorite.
Mind-bending. Because there's people running forward and some people running backwards in the same scene, and you're like, whoa.
It's very interesting.
It's very trippy when they were in the car. Like
they actually said the most important person in that film is the editor, not even the director. The editor had to do so many things with going forward. I don't know how that. I have to rewatch it. I love
the whole concept that the main guy is just called the protagonist. He doesn't even have a name. It's really crazy. And then there's like buildings blowing up and then going back together in the same scene. It's really mind bending, like almost like The Matrix back in '99, but the new.
Yes, exactly. I mean, obviously, it had a lot of Inception.
Yes, they say that's a trilogy, like Inception. Interstellar and that movie are connected.
Right, I'm sure.
It's like
I love
a cinematic universe. What was Kevin asking there about the background?
I don't know.
What do you mean, Kevin, in the what flag?
A Sammy flag, but who is Kimmo? Oh, that's him. He's talking to someone else.
Oh,
okay, got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Kevin,
we're like getting involved
knows a lot about like different
business.
cultures and languages. So I guess.
Yeah. So Rear Window, we've definitely seen Rear Window. That's a great one.
We love
See the Third Man. Oh, the Third Man, I guess is the name of the movie. I haven't seen that.
We started with the Reasonable Doubt, right?
Exactly.
And then
that was so good.
That was so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we love classic movies.
Oh, Reversible.
Ooh.
Irreversible. We've seen that movie.
I showed it to her, and she was like, we was showing, and then she was like, okay, turn it off. Like I can't.
Very hard.
Because there's like these like frequencies in the movie that make you feel sick.
Yeah.
On purpose. So,
oh really?
Yeah. And there's like camera angles.
No,
were
thanks.
like, whoa, yeah. And Alexia was like,
interesting, but
it literally makes you sick to your stomach, and they wanted that. People in the movie theater,
they're walking out.
We're walking out of the theater, and like I didn't know any of that.
And
but when we were watching it, I'm like,
backwards.
I don't feel good. Like you need to stop.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's a very hard watch.
It's very artsy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people agreeing with you. They're saying it's brutal.
It's very violent.
Wow.
It's like
oh really? I really violence. It's hard for me to watch too. So like it depends.
Yeah,
I love The Apartment.
I think that
very good.
That's the last time we saw it. I haven't watched it by myself. I can't.
No.
The Reversible. It's just
yeah.
But
so
I love that we're talking about movies.
I know
that's really cool. Because
we have no idea. Like Max, whenever he would do his streams, he has like the structure.
He's very structured.
And like,
what are you watching?
Well over the place.
Well, you try. You have like things that you at least want to cover and talk about. We just like
topics
on here.
No, but we just wanted to come on and say hi.
I tell you, a movie you could probably do as a live stream is The Song Remains the Same.
Oh,
we've heard.
Yes, we were thinking of doing like another documentary.
Yes,
right. The one with the Café Tacuba.
Aha, exactly. There's like the show on Netflix.
Have you ever seen that?
No,
I have seen The Song Remains the Same. Yes.
You have.
I have wonderful.
Not. That's a don't miss for a Zeppelin fan.
It's when they play at the end in Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden. Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah.
Was it 75 or so?
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but
I can't believe that Zeppelin is still so relevant because they only recorded.
I know
only they were like from the 71 to 75.
Have you heard 69? 69, I think.
Yeah. Okay, 69 to 70, like
79.
And then they stopped, and they're still. That's what 40 years ago, and they're still. And
there's
most.
They did so much in that short amount of time, and
that's what they did.
We were saying, imagine if Zeppelin would have stayed together as long as Rush, like what they created. Yes, like that's crazy. But yes, Max, we have heard of Greta Van Fleet.
I know they get a lot of flack because they sound, but that's a concert I think would be fun. Yeah, they're talented. They're having fun.
I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I think they are, and they're bringing back to the younger generation the music.
Yeah,
because they're more appealing. They're not
actual rock.
Yeah, exactly. Because they look young. They look like
I think they'd be fun to go see.
But they play really like good stuff. Yes. Like it sounds really like Led Zeppelin.
Definitely.
But they really get dismissed a lot because how similar they sound. But if you have vocals like that, what you're gonna try not to
find their own sound soon, and then they'll be like super big.
They're young.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. And I like what Bill has to say here. Thank you so much. He says, it's not about baby boomers reliving their past. It's the beauty of sharing. And that's so nice because like all these people are like wanting to see us react to the first time to stuff that they reacted to. And it's so great.
We remember the first time we heard 2112. We remember the first time we heard Boston's first album. So to see the younger generation listening to those albums as well, that's the fun of it.
I know. And I felt that the other day, actually, Max, you mentioned Paranoid Android. So that's like a song that I really really love. Yeah. And
I'm a big Radiohead fan, and I hated that when I first heard because because I got into them. I knew about them with the Creep song.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I like this song. But I got into them during the Bends.
Oh.
And then I got that OK Computer while I was on vacation. And I was like, I didn't like it at first. You ever have something that you're like, I didn't hate it, but I was like, I don't know. And then I kept listening, and it became my favorite thing ever.
I had heard, actually, my very first song that I heard by Radiohead was High and Dry. And then I heard...
I think that's on the Bends, yeah.
My first radio song was the Creep.
Of course.
And then everybody was playing it, and then we learned it, and that was basically Radiohead. And then I listened to some other, I don't know, Alex, I think, played some Radiohead.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's very psychedelic.
Yeah.
I didn't get it at the time, but the one that you played to me.
Yeah, and
now I'm much more open to new music.
But what I was getting at is that I was able to kind of watch Nick react.
That's cool.
I am very passionate about it. I'm like, this is how people feel.
This is how I feel when I play her Iron Maiden or Megadeth. I'm like all over.
Yeah.
And I'm of course like always doing my my stuff, but it's such a high feeling when I see her react.
Right. And that's how I felt too. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. And he's discovering, because I remember the first time, just like Mr. Mojo said, I remember the first time and where I was when I was listening to it. So very special. So thank you so much, Dave, for this awesome, very sweet comment. So there's people are talking.
Cheers, Tommy has to go.
Oh, Tommy. Bye, Tommy. Bye. So Beatles, like Led Zeppelin, were the same. Yeah, exactly. They weren't together that long either. The Beatles.
That's true.
Compared to like,
but they just made such a strong impact.
Well, like 63 to 70.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's just 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, that's not.
People are still buying their stuff.
Yes,
people are still playing it.
Oh yeah,
and bands like the Stones, that's crazy because they started in the 60s and they're still playing together.
Oh yeah, that is crazy.
They must have
Yeah, that is crazy. Look, Aaron says when Aaron says we're among the very best air keyboard players. I'd like to meet the others.
Well, please. There's a keyboard right there in the back which we can't see. Yeah. It's a nice chord, but I don't really. I'm not a good piano player at all, but the air good piano.
So BMAC, and we'll kind of, I think, it says you used to go to friend's house with albums to listen. Yeah, your reaction. Exactly. And that's kind of like the feeling that we want to give, is kind of like listening to music with friends, and trying to get as close to your reaction as we can. And that's why we like to pause also.
To say, hey, this was amazing. And
when him and I listen to music together in the car, we're not just like sitting there, like not saying anything. We'll be like, oh my God, did you hear that? Did you hear that? We might rewind and be annoying.
It's a mobile jam session.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, we'll, when we listen to music or things, we literally act the exact same way. And I was going to take a video of Nick the other day in the car because he was doing like all of the stuff that he normally does in the video.
You're going to start recognized in public in your car jamming. That's Nick and Lex. Going like that, driving up.
But no, I was listening to music, and then she's like, "Oh my God, you're literally doing the same stuff you do when we do the reaction videos." I'm like, "Well, I guess, because that's who I am." So
yeah, exactly.
That's so 69 to 80.
So I know we're kind of deviating from questions. So if anybody has any other questions or anything,
or anybody else wants to come on,
like
I have one more. I have another question. Do you have anything signed that's like a prized possession in your music collection, or any signed? I have signed vinyl.
You have a signed shirt.
I have a signed shirt by Michelangelo. Not Michelangelo. Michael.
That's an old shirt.
Donatello. No. I have a Symphony X shirt signed by Michael Romeo, the guitar player. So that's basically like as closest to saying I have a Dream Theater shirt designed by John Petrucci.
Right.
Because they're like the same band.
Yeah.
Same style.
Yeah, and the only other signed thing that we have.
Oh, and then I have a Marty Friedman pick from Megadeth.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, there you go.
Can you pass me that box?
Which one?
That's cool.
La de abajo, la blanca.
¿Esta?
No, esa, mi amor.
Wow. Okay.
What about you, Mojo Man? Or what is your name again? I'm sorry, Mo.
Mr. Mojo.
Sorry.
There's the signed pick.
There you go. Yeah. I got...
that's the Symphony X one. Never mind.
Oh.
I have the Megadeth one somewhere else.
I've got a Fender Telecaster that's signed by Joe Bonamassa, Joanne Shaw Taylor, Anna Popovic, Walter Trout, who played for was that? Oh darn, man, can't think of the band he played for. Man,
that's what happens to me. I just like.
That's what happens when you get old. But yeah,
age reveal at 100K. No,
yeah. Yeah, it's also signed by Coco Montoya.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Plus, I've got just about every album that I have from Joanne Shaw Taylor. It's signed.
Nice, very nice.
Oh,
we
saw the what's his name?
Well,
the
we
drummer?
have a Kurt Cobain signed. I don't know if you guys know Kurt Cobain.
Wow.
Yeah, he signed this lyric.
We're not that old.
Okay.
you're like I don't know if you know Kurt Cobain. It's not Kurt Cobain.
Oh, not Kurt Cobain. Kurt Elling. I am so sorry. Not Kurt Cobain. Kurt
Cobain. That would be a big deal.
I was like, wow,
that would be a big deal.
Nick's like, wait a second.
Okay,
slow down. Okay.
So yeah, Kurt Elling.
You can't get those anymore, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah,
no, it's like I have a Michael Jackson signed hat.
Do you guys know Michael Jackson? Have you heard of him before?
I have quite a few signed vinyl. My funnest one was Flaming Lips. Anyone know the Flaming Lips?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but never heard their stuff.
Yoshima versus the Pink Robots, that tour, that was a fun tour. And then I waited with my red vinyl, and I got them to sign it, and he was drawing all kind of cartoons in there. It was fun. It was the funnest signature because I got to talk to him a little bit.
Wow.
And they did some really funny characters and silly stuff in the album cover.
That's awesome. So several people are telling us what they have.
Luis,
BMAC.
Luis, what Kurt do you are you talking about Kurt Cobain or Kurt Elling?
Kurt something. So BMAC said he has a signed tour program by John Anderson. That is really awesome.
That's awesome.
And then a Wishbone Ash t-shirt signed by Andy Powell. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. But Raider fan wants to know what was the first album that we each purchased.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, wait a minute.
I have a funny story. The first one that I ever purchased, this is very embarrassing. I was very young, and it was on the street in Mexico City.
You can't give all this
with my own money.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let me see.
Okay. So mine was on the street in Mexico City, outside of the metro stations. There's always people selling stuff like gum or little snacks or something. Obviously, pirated CDs was one of them.
Okay.
So I bought a Blink-182 album there.
Oh, what's wrong with that? Nick, come on.
I just don't like the voice. It's so
it's fun. See, this is what I think about music. I even if I'm not into it, I appreciate everything because it makes all music better. Something else existing. Plus, some people you like, you don't even know some things that influence them.
Yeah,
you just don't know. All music, most music makes everything. I mean, I guess there's something, but even if I'm not into it, but they're fun. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think my first album that I ever purchased with my own money.
The pirating was a little bit wrong, but
I know. I'm sorry.
Just kidding.
I remember the first original though. I'll tell you in a second.
It was Radio Chaos by Roger Waters. That was my first album that I bought with my own money because it was so. Because my parents had all Pink Floyd, the entire Pink Floyd collection, so I wanted to know more.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, Roger Waters. When I got Roger Waters, because I went to the store and there's there's a solo album by Roger Waters. I'm like, okay, I need this, and it was totally different than Pink Floyd, but I still enjoyed it.
I haven't heard that actually.
I think I've played you one or two.
Okay, that's awesome though. That's a very good epic first album. I wish my story was.
The first thing I can remember listening to
12 or so, I don't know.
was my dad gave me a Beach Boys best of tape on my cassette player, but the one I can remember buying, I think it was Soundgarden or Pearl Jam or something.
Oh, that's a good purchase. I mean,
very nice.
Yeah.
So several people telling us what they have. John Anderson and Chris Squire's autographs.
Alice in Chains. I love Alice in Chains.
Very cool. Alice in Chains ticket stubs or programs. Billy Cobham autograph for a show in 2019. That's cool. Whoa. That's very, very cool. Oh, look at this. King Crimson got an item signed by Fripp himself.
Wow. And
very
Bruford,
awesome. How
the man,
cool
the
is
legend.
that? So Mark Alexander wants to know how we ended up in Colorado.
That's
a very
a good
long story. But basically, I grew up in this area, literally where we're living right now. So I'm very blessed because so I moved around a lot. Too many times. For one job that I applied for, I had to count them, and it was like there were more times that I had moved than years that like had passed. So I had to kind of calculate there, but I moved so much. So I'm finally back, and I'm so blessed because now, like, you know, I'm driving down the street.
When we drive around, it's like, this is the high school I was going to go to.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'll like start crying, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm back.
But yeah, the way we ended up meeting is insane because I lived all the way in Munich, Germany, and then my parents decided to move to Mexico out of suddenly, like, and then like 2 weeks later we moved to Mexico. I didn't speak the language. It was a culture shock. It was totally like I wanted to move back like on the first day, but not because I didn't like it. It was just so different. And then I stayed in Mexico, and then she moved to Mexico for some reason.
From Colorado. I lived here with my dad, and then I decided to move with my mom, who was living in Puerto Vallarta. And then basically same age as Nick was. We actually went to the same school, years apart, same teachers and everything. But we didn't meet there. So anyway, then we were in Mexico. That's where we met. We were living there. Ended up moving to Florida.
We met through music because I was playing like in this bar. I was replacing her best friend on the guitar.
Yeah.
So as a hired gun, I guess. And then she was like, oh, who's this new guy?
I actually told that to my friend who's coming to visit, and I'm so excited. I can't live with my self anymore. I literally don't think of anything else because I haven't seen her in 10 years. And I'm going to get to see her. She's coming to visit, and we're going to have so much fun. And I turned to her, so maybe you'll meet her because we're thinking of maybe doing something with her. I know, that's what I'm thinking. I told her, I'm like, we have to think of a song that means a lot to us that we haven't heard together in this amount of time, so we're thinking about what to do. But that's who I turned to, and I'm like, who is that? Have you seen the new guitar player? And she's like, oh yeah, so that's how we met. But anyway, then we ended up obviously living together in Mexico, whatever. We were there for multiple years, ended up moving to Florida. And then from Florida, whatever we were there for didn't work out. So then, I told Nick, not all of the U.S. is like Florida.
Yeah.
There are nicer parts, I promise. Yeah. And so
it's cold in Colorado.
But it's so nice.
It is.
But the views.
Oh my gosh. God. And
I used to live in Denver.
Oh, you did?
Oh, really?
For a summer at a place called Lowry Air Force Base.
Oh, I know where that is.
Well, it used to be. It's not there anymore. Yeah. It's a subdivision now.
I've heard of Lowry Air Force Base. Yeah. Really? I didn't know it wasn't there anymore. So that's
it's gone. They sold it back to the city, and they turned it into a subdivision.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to be all over Colfax Boulevard there.
Colfax.
It's
like the worst.
Colfax is not good.
That goes clear through Denver.
Oh yeah, it does. Yep. Yeah,
so
definitely.
We were all over that place.
So is amazing, and we're very happy.
It's beautiful.
My wife has family there, so I might make my.
And it's so cool because here my skin is like at home because in Munich you're like almost like a mile up
altitude.
So this is like my habitat. Like I've no outbreaks here. I never use cream. It's super dry, but it's like I was born for.
You're never dry. I always have to put lotion up.
And I'm like I never have to use cream.
My body does miss the humidity.
So wonderful. And Florida was always like with psoriasis outbreaks and.
In the humidity,
because it was so hot.
It was crazy.
I'm really happy here.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's great. Very happy that we ended up moving here, and we.
And then her dad's here, and her grandmother, and they're adorable. I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, at least you got family there.
Exactly. Yeah, in Florida.
And her dad is literally like us. Like he's like a older version of us. He loves movies. He loves music. We get along super well.
Future YouTube star.
Yes, I know.
We have to do
I told him it would be fun to do a reaction, and he's like, maybe. I'm like, okay.
I'm real happy for you guys. I think I'm gonna have to head out in a few minutes.
Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna be ending this soon. I
didn't mean to cut the party.
No. Honestly, I was thinking about it because if anybody's rewatching, I don't want it to be too long. You know.
Yeah. My kid's passed out on the couch, so.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, he's not coming to bed. I'm just going to fall asleep here.
Oh, that's sweet. I love it. Well, thank you so much. I'm just really quickly going to go through the comments, but thank you, Max, so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Max.
If anybody wants to subscribe to his channel, even though he's retiring, please go to Mad
I'll probably come back at some point.
He's going to come back with a vengeance.
Yes.
He will.
Yes.
I'm sure you will.
But
you know what it is? It's just the end of the pandemic, and I'm missing family and traveling a little bit, and I just want to take some time.
Yeah. I mean, look, we also took a break. Like we had no time at all. So
What was the last show you saw before the pandemic started?
One of my favorites, Failure.
Failure.
I have it on my phone. I still have the concert on my phone, like clips I took out. I gotta upload it to YouTube or something.
That's awesome. The theme for 2020.
Yeah.
Failure.
Failure. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Listen, the name of the band is Failure, but they're anything but. They're one of the best.
They're good.
They're amazing.
It. Yeah. And we saw a tribute to Ennio Morricone, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But was that the last one, or was it
we saw jazz fusion. The drummer Dave Weckl.
And
what's the Israel.
Oz Noy.
Oz.
Colorado has a pretty good music scene. Lots of bands go there.
There's a lot of jazz.
And there's jazz clubs galore. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Columbus has a lot of.
He's like, hey, I'm in Florida. Where were you? We were in Winter Haven.
Yeah.
And she was born in Orlando, so she can't say anything. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. But so
you're like, anywho.
Look, Kevin is always talking about Florida too. He lives here in Colorado with us too.
He's also Floridian,
from Florida originally. But I think that was the last one that we saw was Oz Noy and Dave Weckl. Julie's saying hi. Thank you so much. Hi, Julie. She's so sweet. She's been with us for so long. I know. He literally keeps saying that. Several people in the comments.
It's a meme now, so that's cool.
I know. I love it. Thank you so much to everyone. I think we should kind of let it go at this point, just because if people rewatch it again, I don't want it to be too long. Yeah.
Tarpon Springs.
So.
Maybe
okay, awesome.
Maybe a lo mejor es más bonito que.
It might be nicer. But thank you guys so much, Mr. Mojo. It was such a pleasure having you. Honestly,
thank you for being on here. We should do this more often. Maybe like an hour or so.
That was the plan today, but we were just having.
But I mean, look, 2 hours and 2 minutes for 20K.
Yeah, right? Exactly. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
And Rick wants us to go all night.
Go all night. Well,
thank you.
Go all night.
See you later.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. It really means so much. We obviously would not have gotten to 20K without you, but it's just so much fun having all of you and sharing.
Thank you for your super chats. That's very special.
Thank you as well.
Really, everybody, let's just mention Max, of course. You're the first guy ever.
I didn't know. I was thinking, I'm like, maybe.
And Aaron and Kevin.
Aaron and Kevin.
So
gracias,
thank you.
Kevin. Muchas
gracias, Aaron.
Kevin.
Gracias.
Y Aaron, muy amable, muy espléndido.
Yes. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.